Okay. Hello, hello. So today we'll go over the Cage Rumble challenge with my free-to-play teams. As you can see, first buy bonus still available. Everything's free to play. Uh, those are my teams. I've been swapping units in between them to see what's working where. Let's go over. So Nico Nana team. I'm using Rosa on the right, not on the left, because I have better results with that setup. Nico Nana, you need to debuff her as much as possible. Technically you can swap Klaus and Dina. In theory Dina on the left should do better and Klaus on the right should do better. But the issue with that is I have 2 units with speed down on the right and no units with speed down on the left. So Klaus having speed down makes a difference on the left actually. If I would have any unit that can speed down here, Klaus will be better on the right, but because I don't have speed downs, she's better on the left for me. And we need to debuff. Klaus has 3 debuffs. Speed down, dev down and hacking. Then Heinrich has 2 debuffs, block and last words. And I believe every stack of last words counts as separate debuff, so technically with 4 stacks of last words and block, Heinrich can give you max damage. Then we have another debuff from Freya, from Nightmare. And then we have attack up buff and speed up. And our DPS. For me it's Ditting. Right. My Heinrich is 315 because that's my that's my first and almost only a light dark for the most part, so I invested into him. This is only to have better dispel chance on passively. This is for better cycling, because now S2 and S3 are both for turns. It works without the skill ups. For class I have this skill up for the better cycling. So it can work without skill ups, but it will be worse because the uptime will be worse on the speed down and dev down, and the shell is bad. Will be better off with the shell that increase debuff timers. With this one, with Dark Moon. But the Dark Moon for class I am still building. As you can see, this it's not like super fast. My Heinrich is faster actually right now because I rolled the red speed on him. I have Freya on yellow shell with blue speed because that's what I have, and yellow models still. 4 speed model because it's hard to get something good. Some accuracy. This crit rate is unnecessary. It will be better off with more accuracy because we have HP accuracy and crit rate. HP accuracy will be better. I have crit rate because I'm losing her with Rosa. Tsukiyomi is also like a blue speed, level 34. It was level 30 for the most. I just upgraded it to 34, so to give her 2 more speed. And we're also on like level 9 yellow modules with no speed substats, because just let's through whatever for this to get some speed on her at least. Right, like have this because I was planning to use on the unit. We have this for because she scales from defense, so I went for a triple defense bonus, and I'm not using defense anywhere. Then we have Ditting. He's pretty okay. We have 8 harvest, 12 onslaught on the Twilight Knight still. Twilight Knight is pretty good on him. I'm working on his shell. Right? 555, max dupes, above 100 crit rate, like above 3k attack, rest into crit damage, pretty good. So on Heinrich you want actually both. In my opinion, you should build both crit rate and effect because you get crit damage from your debuff on S3. You just need crit rate and effect for the strip and debuffs. Close full accuracy. Right. Okay. Sharon team. So she's immune, so all debuffs doesn't work, and you get more damage the more buffs your main DPS has against her. So we're using Kachi because Kachi can prolong buffs. Yeah, I had him on level 3 on his S3 with 222 accuracy, but that's 99.9% critical success rate, and I missed a bunch of times. I don't know how the game calculates this shit, so I went to level 5 to not miss, and I went to level 4 on S1 for more speed because I'm using Kachi and a lot of content. I'm using like pretty okay gear. 8 Wellspring for more survivability, 12 Swift Rush. Yeah, so you want full accuracy on him as well. You need, with level 5 you need 182% accuracy. So I'm over it. We have our main DPS is Chloros. This is my main DPS. He works at 111. Perfectly fine. The level 5 completely makes no difference for this boss. I just use it because I use Chloros as my main DPS in all the content, in PvE, in PvP, in the multi-unit stages where the transfer matters. And you can focus Terramaton Arm with this maxed out because it transfers his stacks to the main body when he kills the arm. We can start DPSing my body instantly. This I went to level 4 only for the bonus crit rate because I was missing crits too much. So this is like 12 or 20. I think this is 12 moral crit rate, 4 and 8 from this S2. So it's not necessary, completely unnecessary. I just took it for the crit rate because like this is the best gear I have, literally the best gear I have. So we couldn't get more crit rate with my gear currently. That's why I went for S2. We have Kachi. We have Ringloa because she can prolong the buffs on her S2, and she applies a tons of buffs with her passive Well Prayer, because you can have like multiple stacks of this buff. If you max skill S1, you get 2 turns on this, and Kachi can prolong it to 3 turns, and then she can use her S2 to prolong it to 4 turns. It's like you're stacked on buffs. And both Kachi and Ringluo provide immunity, and Ringluo provide cleanses, and you need that against Sharon because she's dotting you, right? Applies a lot of dots, and you don't want dots to proc. So she's on crit rate, HP. That one crit rate is here only because I use her with Rosa against Aurora, and my S1 is skilled up because in Inferno Aurora I can't see a way to beat her without this skill up. I tried and I've given in to the meta and skilled out her S1. No regrets. And the recent upgrade on Ringluo, we'll see if we can break 2.5k with this team, was I put Bramble set on her. I dropped Artisan with Swift Bramble free, and I imprinted her previous was Swift with the armor one, Unbreakable. And I swapped these 2 pieces of gear, so she lost like, I think, 2 or 3 speed from the swaps, but we get counter attacks from Bramble or her S1. Hope that makes a difference. Now we use Kazuyo as our CC unit for the sleep. I use Kazuyo here because I have her build already for Doki Doki farms. So she's 455. Right, I have her skilled up. She's like steer some yellow and purple gear because that's what I have. No speed accuracy. 1 speed accuracy, no speed accuracy because the accuracy cores are rare. We're on Halloween to have like 2 turn cooldown on her S3 so she can S3, S1 into S3 again. So if we can loop the small dudes one time, it's perma CC, especially that if her passive procs and this triple hits. Yeah. And we like Kachi because his S2 triple hits, he has 1 double hits. Kazuya, her S3 triple hits, S2 double hits, and it's easier Chloros stack to count down, so we DPS often. And the last pickup is our Turandot. So I wanted somebody to provide Chloros with attack up buff, because that's the only way to scale damage, is with attack up and crit damage, but I don't have that unit that gives attack up and crit damage. So that sucks. But Turandot also has Dispel on her S2. And I want to dispel the boss speed up buff, because she cannot be inflicted with debuffs, but we can still dispel buffs from her. And the only unit I found, I think there are 2 units, or no, I think there are 3 units actually. Buff, speed, dispel, and attack up. We have Turandot, we have Yang. Yang on his S2 has attack up and crit rate up, and on S3 he has dispel. Turandot and Yang have attack up and dispel. We have buff steal. What else can we have? Dispel, buff steal. Is there another way to strip buffs? No. So there are only 2 units that have attack up and dispel. That's Turandot and Yang. And Yang has higher cooldowns because he's both. Where's Yang? Yang. So if you have built Yang, he will also work here. This is if max skilled 3 turns, and this is no matter the skill ups 4 turns always. So this is scav rotation because he starts with attack up, then you do this, then you do this. And then you do attack up again, and then you do auto again, then you do strip. And you do auto attack up again. So Turandot has, with no skill ups, 3 turn cooldown on her dispel. So we can reliably dispel the speed up buff. And the recent update is I skilled her up. And yeah, and we could equip some faster gear with some speed on her because I imprinted the Twilight Knight onto a triple Swifters Twilight Knight. So we're a lot faster now. We found some old Tiamat with 12 speed. That's pretty nice. Like white speed, white speed, white speed, like no skill ups in speed. Plus 5 speed because it's on the purple. Plus 6 speed. So it's not like high speeds modules except this one that we recently swapped to. We have 190 accuracy. It's more than enough. Like 100 is enough. We just need to more reliably dispel buffs. It's 4 hits of 30% chance to dispel each with 120, 150% accuracy. That would be like more than 50% on each hit for sure. I'm not sure how much resistance that boss has. That's why I'm not sure how much accuracy you need, but it's way overkill from what I saw so far. And she also gives her accuracy up buff to herself. That does literally nothing because it's 1 turn accuracy up buff, and she starts with her S3, goes S2, S1, and then goes again to S3 because I have this skilled up to max to have 3 turns. When it was 5 turns, the rotation was super scuffed, and the attack up buff on Chloros And the defense up buff on Chloros was Scout because they both Turandot and Kachi apply def up, but they do it at the same time. So her def up doesn't matter. Now with Kachi on 5 turn cooldown, 4 turn cooldown, and her on 3 turn, like they will desynchronize and apply the buffs more consistently. And Klaros was missing damage because he was using his S3 to follow up with like 2 or 3 buffs only. And now I hope he'll have more buffs. So that's, we spent our skill ups here, we grabbed this piece of gear, and we grabbed the better 9 speed here because we're on scout speed, 8 speed here from this and this, because these were like 3 matrix, no speed, because the shell had no swift rush. So that's our team. Who will work here? I don't know. I think Valerian would be okay for this team because she can passively apply attack up and shield, and then when Kachi applies def down, she will apply the speed up buff, so we're faster, we can cycle more, deal damage faster. And yeah, so she apply attack and speed because Kachi out gives def. What do you want? Dispel. Kazuya has sleeps, like the more reliable I think would be Mio, because Mio has freeze if you skill her up. I just pulled her recently. But like this is single target, doesn't work on boss. This is awesome. This is insanely good. This works only on adds, and you will target the boss, so the biggest steal wouldn't work because she's immune to steal turn meter as well. It's like Mia also I put her recently. She has a dispel and buff duration extend and shell CD reduction, but it's 5 turn cooldown with max out is 4 turns, and this dispel is also 5 turns with max 4 turns. So if you use her, I think you need to invest into her to get the faster turns. So she would work better than Lingluo, most likely, and then she provides a dispel, so we don't need dispel on Turandot, and we can use Valerian. And instead of Kazuyo, we can use Anihard CC, we can use Kraken, we can use O-Ball in theory, because you can't CC the boss anyway, or debuff her in anyway. I just like Kazuyo here because she multi-hits and gives Chloros better odds, because Kraken would single hit that cannot freeze, and you cannot apply death on another single hit, and O-Ball would triple hit, so that's good, and pretty low chance to stun. Williams max out his is free for 60% chance per hit on the small ads. Now I'm not sure if this dispel would work because it's convert and you cannot apply dot on the boss, so I'm not sure if this works. If this works, this is great because we have stun and dispel in the same character, and then we can drop Turandot for Valerian, for example. And Valerian is good because she doesn't move often, so if she's inflicted with dot, she won't proc the dot too often and let other units cleanse her. And yeah, another argument for Turandot is 4 hits on S2, 3 hits on S1, very fast procs for Chloros. That's why I tried to give her more speed and invested slightly into her, because I might use her in more content, looking at how fast she can help Chloros DPS. And they're both red, so if I want to use Chloros somewhere, I most likely can use her as well. And the last team, we tried double DPS instead of Lilith. Like I was using Hoyan, I was using a lot of different DPSs. I even used Tsutomu before I Tsutomu for a while, but he was better with skill ups. I reset him at some point. Grey might work. Yeah. So this boss, you can turn meter down him and debuff him which is fine. And the thing with this boss is do we have we should have information here, because Nikonana will take yeah, so that's why we need speed down and speed up on our units for this buff of Nikonana. But oh yes, special mechanism. For each debuffs you get more damage. At 5 debuffs you cap. For each buff on attacker you get more damage. At 5 buffs you cap. And this is yeah, okay, so she applies bonus to herself, and you need to hit her 12 times between her moves to get double damage for all the next moves. So you want multi-hitters to counter her. And her mechanics is she would petrify, so you want cleansers or immunity. And you want to move as often as possible to remove the Joker's marks. So that's the her mechanics. So that's why we go with Rosa on Apate, because we want multi-hits on her. When she applies 12 stack to herself, Rosa can take off 6, and if the mark is on the boss, the next 2 hits will remove the rest, because Rosa will follow up. And then we have pure damage. So that's why Rosa here worked better than Deating. And the second DPS I was trying didn't work so well because they're not multi-hitters like Rosa. So you need like Hoyan. Hoyan would be great here to apply Death Down and multi-hit. Should be insane. And a lot of units that I'm using against Sharon, like Kachi or Turandot, would also work great here because they multi-hit. But I used them against Sharon to multi-hit to proc Chloros faster. So we have our DPS as multi-hit. Second DPS didn't work. Then we need like a cleanser or immunity. But we used most of them against Sharon because Sharon... my team was dying the most on Sharon, so we needed Sharon team to survive. So we use Sanya. Sanya is my main healer. As you can see, more than 40k HP on her. This has pretty decent models, like 12 speed with HP. This is like mid. This is 8 speed with HP. This is complete garbage. I don't know what I'm still using this here. 6 speed, but triple cure for the cure bonus. And no speed, but triple swift. So and purple speed. Okay, so she's like, she could be a lot better. But she works. The thing is, against this boss, I should have like more crit chance on her to proc Rosa better, but I didn't swap her models around. But the more HP she has, the better the healing, and with her passive she can heal like all these units to full HP with one passive proc, so that's really good. Then we have Deathbreaker. We could use Rosa. She multi-hits and death breaks, I don't have Rosa. We could use Yeli. She multi-hits and death breaks, I don't have Yeli. We could use Cross here, but we would need a slightly different team on the left. And Rosa already applies speed down. It's also necessary for this boss because you need to move faster 4 times before the boss moves. But then we decided to also play Lilith, because that's my PvP Lilith. And she applies speed down here. So you have 2 units with speed down already. So the last Deathbreaker that I thought would work is Dina, because she also multi-hits. It's 4 hits with Deathbreak and Vulnerable and Erosion. Erosion is very weak here because it gets eaten up instantly because we multi-hit too much. So that's why I think Dina would be better against Nikonana, because Deating is not multi-hitting so much. So there's higher chance of the stacks staying up. And that's our new investment. We built a Dark Moon, spent everything on the Dark Moon, and rolled 12 speed on him. It was pretty decent. We wreck Lord a crit with Swift Rush with no speed, and Effect Act with no speed. Another Effect Act with no speed, because I just wanted crit rate and Effect Axe for her to apply debuffs, and crit rate for Rosa to follow up more consistently. We have no skill ups, and those max skill up would be very nice for the cooldown reduction. This completely doesn't matter, and this completely doesn't matter. So 115 would be ideal, but we're poor. We have like plus 5 speed, so low roll, plus 6 speed, 12 because I'm poor, and plus 6 speed, 50, rolled 15, like, and we hit crit rate as well, and here as well I think we hit double crit rate, yeah, and that's 61% crit. So that's our new build. I hope this helps a lot. She's a lot faster, thanks to the maxed out shell and shadow dash, and I hope she will debuff more consistently thanks to her speed. And then I was running Valerian here for a long time, and then I was swapping Valerian with like Rosa, not Rosa, with the Freya. With Freya and with Turandot, like I was looking for different attack above buffers, or with Tsukuyomi, and then I was like, the other attack up buffers needs to be where they are currently, and my Valerian is well built, but she's too slow for this boss. You need to move faster against Zapata. So I just built Chiaki the Echo, because she pushes her whole team, and her special buff also pushes her whole team. So it's speed up on top of a speed up. She just got a random old shell. It's like that forever. 4 cure for like 10% HP, nothing much. And we built this one for her, 6 speed with crit dash to get 100% crit rate to proc Rosa, guaranteed. Because she doesn't need accuracy, she doesn't need anything, only crit rate. And this purify is also helping purify the petrify from units. And we went 2 skill ups into her S2 for her passive to apply her special buff that pushes the whole team. So I wanted that to push my team to be faster, to be able to move 4 times before the boss moves. So we get crit accuracy here, we get full crit here, crit, and the last one is like defense, like, because that's what was left over with 10 speed, so that's on her right now. And it gives bigger shields with the Diamond Heart. Yeah, Rosa is on Golden Lion, not Revelation. I don't know what's better. Maybe Revelation is better. I'm not sure how the boss HP calculation works in these bosses, because you have like multiple bars of HP. But I'm poor, I don't have good Revelation, I have good Golden Lion. And it's like pretty decently rolled for Rosa, and Battle Wheel helps, because we can get like 9 hits when she moves sometimes, and that removes the boss stacks faster, so she's vulnerable for longer. Obviously S2 maxed for Rosa to guaranteed follow-up. This one is 3 level 1. You don't need any of those skilled up, even with Revelation, because this is a single target boss, so you don't care about AoE syncing up with Revelation with your S3. On 70% crit rate. More attack, more crit damage than me for sure, but it is what it is. And Lilith. We use Lilith because this is there's a chance to detonate mischief, and reduce turn meter back by 60%. And that turn meter back push is huge. Huge. I have her S3 skilled up for better rotation because she got S3, extra turn, S2, and then spam S once. If you don't have this skilled up, this is on 5 turn clock, this is on 4 turn clock. So it actually doesn't matter that she gets extra turn, because when S2 goes off cooldown, S3 also goes off cooldown, so she starts S3 into S2. With skill ups, she can do it 1 turn earlier. And I usually live in PvP. So that's why I have her S3 skilled up. If you have anything, I think Mio would be better in that slot if I had her skilled up, because she'll steal from the main target and from ads. On S2 she will stun both ads, while Lilith can sometimes stun ads if they move twice before she gets her S3 again, so that Graceful Mischief naturally expires and stuns them before she gets to reapply it. So if you have built Mio or any other like controller that can push back by a lot, like Kloss for example can push back a lot on main target as well, that's why she would be better here in theory. And Mio would be better because she applies speed up to your team, and I'm missing speed up on this team. I have 2 speed downs. Rosa has low accuracy, so she not 30% chance on low accuracy. She not always apply it. With the Lion stacks she gets 8 times 7, 56% extra accuracy. So then she starts applying it more reliably, but Lilith is still 75% chance, so use her with Rosa regardless. And did I give her crit? No, I didn't give her any crit. She's on my effect tag, HP effect tag. You want HP to do more damage on her, in theory. In practice, I'd rather be on one crit rate core against this boss to help Rosa more. But it is what it is. So we made 131 Chiaki. We upgraded Dark Moon and rolled yellow speed and give Tina more speed. We made 2.115 and give her more speed, and gave Linglu a Bramble set. So that's our upgrades over 2.4k. Now you can see if we can hit more. I actually want to see Sharon. How will it go? Yeah, and every unit in this comp does not damage adds. That's why the sleep works, because Kazuo is the only unit that will damage adds with AoE. No other unit has AoE to heal. Okay. He's on 2 buffs only. I hope this is also the white funk is counted. Yeah, now we have we're on 2 buffs and we prolong this. We have well players, we have like 4 buffs. 5 with if shell is counted. 139. Let's see, 139. We dispelled speed down. 139. Okay, we have 5 buffs now, in theory. have 6 buffs. And we counter. Okay, so I don't think the shell buff counts, sadly. Since 5 blue buffs for the Chloros to deal max damage. Okay, we reapplied. Bang, 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 bang. We lost immunity. Ah, we got hammer smash. We have the immunity. It's not displaying because it's a limit of how much you can display, but we had got the immunity. I was actually dealing more than Nikonana now, so I'm happy about that. How's our Apata doing? Another thing to consider is this is timed content. We have like 5 minutes, so units that have long animations will be worse here. We used all the Dina stacks instantly with one attack. Yeah, and Dark Moon is like not synchronized well with Dina because Dark Moon's used and she used S1 instead of S3 or S4. But it is what it is, right? Maybe we'll need some crit RNG this fight. Maybe I'll need to swap some gear or Lilith and Sanya for the crit rate gear. But we have to do more farming for that, and I was hoping to hit 2.5k today. So after move, the whole team gets pushed from the Ave Maria buff. Technically, more skill ups into Chiaki Deho gives you like more push because it upgrades her buff. Like speed down is hurting us, so better cleansers would be desired. Yes, we didn't apply the vulnerable now. Yeah, and Sharon flopped. We have only 2.38. Our best is 2475. The same team. The same team. And here we're still the same team. So this was all the same team. I guess this had a better Apata RNG. See, on the Dark Moon, but he was weaker. Yeah, maybe the Purify speed on the RNG here as well. And she crits better. Oh, well, she target the ad instead of the boss. That's what I hate. This health bar is so weird sometimes. Cause now it's here in theory. and the thing will target the boss. Pew pew. Yes, so reversion will only do portion of this damage and our normal hits deal like the full bar of damage, right? I see, you didn't kill because that's old build. I'll push back. Taking a line on her is actually the correct decision. We applied vulnerable here. Yeah, this team is doing slightly worse than Nikonana, but in our new run this is doing better than Nikonana. Now it's slightly ahead of Nikonana. Actually has shitload of damage. Dispel. Oh, she had death down and Dina used her S3 again and did not apply back the death down. But the boss still has death down. Interesting. Because Dina didn't move and had one Joker mark, her HP got reserved and she took more damage. Yeah, and Lily with her extra turn actually it removes 2 stacks. And that's why Grey is also great here because he gives himself extra turn. Yeah, I know Meros isn't critting because she's not on crit up. Yes, so Sharon he's 900 and everybody's still alive. Holy smokes. Looks like some good RNG. Yes, I need to not die in Sharon. Catching is 138. 15, 108, 22. She has pretty strong shell for herself. We could maybe make it faster. Hmm. $258, $240. If you could make, if we could make like Lingloa faster maybe. You are thinking doesn't multi-hit to Chloros often. We want better shells on them as well. I think we can like put gigabyte on some of you or some of those supports so they'll move faster, like gigabyte on Chiaki, the Echo. That would be insane. We didn't hit 2.5k, sadly. I think I'll get Lilith a crit piece and Sanya a crit piece and try again later.